What is going on? So if you're watching this video, that means your friend or family member has sent you over and wants me to talk to you about the OG Squad. And this is something that I've been very passionate about for the past year already. And I'm really helping individuals out to simplify their lives in one specific way, which I'm going to share my screen now to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So as I get this PowerPoint going, pretty much 6 to 7 months ago, I started this subscription service where I consolidate everything that I learn per month. So like 50 plus hours consolidated for you. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there is something called information overload. There's too many YouTube videos, too many podcasts, too many books, and on a day-to-day basis, people will typically get distracted, which is what I have on my next slide. They will quite literally pick the Netflix show. They'll pick playing the video game, playing Fortnite. Don't get me wrong, I play video games here and there. But effectively, on a day-to-day basis and in a long time frame, people get distracted and they don't learn new skills and they don't constantly better themselves, which has a massive effect on your overall mind, your overall fulfillment in life, and quite frankly, your bag, right? How much money and potential you're pretty much able to maximize in your life. Okay. Let's check out this next slide. Here I have three main points that I kind of want to emphasize. Research shows that most individuals will spend 10% of their life on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok. Once again, I'm not perfect. I do this all the time. I'm constantly scrolling, and then sometimes I have to catch myself and realize, like, yo, what am I doing? So effectively, 10% of your life will be spent on social media if not corrected. 1 in 4 Americans read, and from that one individual out of the four, they only read 4 books a year. The average millionaire and billionaire reads 50 books a year. Think about that. The average millionaire and billionaire reads 50 books. And I'm not saying, look, if you read, you're going to become automatically a millionaire. But what I'm saying is that they all seem to have this habit in common. Obviously, there's probably a ton of millionaires that don't read, but it seems to be a positive habit. It reduces the likelihood of having Alzheimer's, increases your ability to maintain your cognitive ability strong throughout the years. And the last thing that I want to emphasize is that technology is a one-way street. So if you're not constantly learning, you are behind. You will legitimately become, your parents or your grandparents that don't know how to connect the HDMI to the TV. Trust me, I know those individuals, my parents are the same. But what I will say is that a lot of individuals are going to get left behind. AI, crypto, technology stocks is something that's very complex in a sense. You just need to put the time into it. And this OG Squad will allow you to do that. It will be all simplified in one app. And what I want to highlight is pretty much what I'm going to be discussing on the next slide. So we kind of discuss it. Um, how would I help you? 50 hours of research that I do on YouTube, on podcasts, on books that I read, on life in general. I talk with Forbes entrepreneurs. I'm not gonna say every day, but I seem to be able to communicate with these individuals once every other month, once every 3 months, and I consolidate all of this into this platform. So I remove all the BS, I remove all the fluff, and I give you the things that actually matter to you. Like most education out there is very high level or not really practical. The objective is if it doesn't help you mentally, physically, or financially, then it's not going to be in this OG squad. Let me give you some of the categories while we're here. I will be discussing mind, fitness, biohacks, productivity tools, financial literacy, stocks, crypto, AI, ways to make money online. How will I do this, right? Like the format of it. I will have courses, I have book summaries, I have Zoom calls, I have a community of OGs that you could communicate with, right? At the end of the day, the 5 chimp theory, you are an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose your chimps wisely. Everyone in the OG squad is literally just trying to get better, and we're trying to help each other out in every way, shape possible. The next thing that you would get is a weekly email with everything I learn in a PDF. So that's also convenient, and also kind of walk through and guide. So with the PDF guide, for example, how to build your own e-commerce store. I lay it out step by step on how you're able to create your own Shopify store. Um, and yeah, I just can't emphasize enough. how much time and effort I'm really putting into this. Everything will be via the school app. So I'll show you that after the presentation in the next like 2 minutes. But first and foremost, why should you trust me? Like, why should you trust me to what I have here, the information gatekeeper? A couple of things. My credentials kind of show my level of commitment to just trying to improve myself. I have a dual major in accounting and finance from FIU, a master's in finance from FIU. I have 4 years plus in e-commerce experience. I have 3 years plus of experience on Wall Street. I have experience with coding and Python, SQL, VBA. I'm very much savvy with finance, ways to monetize online, AI, and crypto. And I've been a lifelong learner for the past 10 years. But rather than kind of talk about it, here are some of the testimonials that real individuals have been saying about me. And if you don't believe them, you can message them on Instagram and ask them yourselves. I have all the testimonials on wallstreetpoppy.com all the way at the bottom of the page so you could read them. But to read you just maybe two, from Adam here, CPA, the amount of effort put into the OG squad is ridiculous. Value provided is insanely good, and the cost of entry is crazy low. Put simply, I could see Wall Street Poppy being your one-stop shop for business, fitness, mindset, and finance. Another one here from Bugsy. This driven young man, Wall Street Poppy, demystifies the new facets of the finance world, digital currencies, NFTs, programming, and all things logic. He intertwines his fitness, which lends to his focus and intent to share his knowledge. After a few weeks in, I find myself coming back, and I'm a traditional finance professional myself. Once again, all the reviews you could read on the website of individuals that are currently in the OG squad. But yeah, I just want to leave that there. Kind of, I guess, the last thing, or in my case, well, it's obviously important, right? For the price point, right? So the way I determined the price, I simply pegged it to the price of a Whopper combo at Burger King. The reason being, it's you pay one Burger King combo a month and you get all the value. You get all the book summaries, all the PDFs, all the courses. You get access to the community. Well, to kind of be transparent, the access to individuals is free, right? Like, I think communicating with one another is something that should be free, but everything else completely included in this price at $14.79. How does this compare? Let's kind of logically walk through this, right? So the average cost of a 4-year public university is $26,000 a year, so roughly $105,000. If you were to do back of the envelope calculation, $105,000 divided by $14.79, which is how much my OG squad costs, it would take you 587 years of being in the OG squad to pay what you would pay in a 4-year university. And this isn't to shit on universities, because I went to a university and it's helped me out tremendously in terms of like getting a 9 to 5 job. So I'm not going to do that. But what I would say is that a lot of degrees out there are effectively not that valuable in the sense of making money or finding a stable job. And this subscription, you really have to think about it as an investment yourself. And what I would say is that there's a lot of individuals making, hundreds of $1,000s on the internet. And that's something that I'm not going to tell you, look, if you do this program, you will do that, because I'm going to tell you 100% transparent. Nothing in life that's worthwhile is going to be easy, not even making money online. So what I would tell you is that this isn't a get rich quick scheme, but I promise you, and this is I don't, I don't want to say I promise, but I could really tell you guys that the amount of knowledge that you will get from this, if you truly just absorb it, whether it's once a week, once a month, if you want to look at this every day, I could assure you that in 2 scenarios, you will be better off in this scenario if you are in the OG squad versus not being in it. Such a small price, and the value that I'm putting into this, the time, the amount of hours, consolidating and simplifying it is huge. You don't have to figure out what YouTube video to watch, what podcast to watch. You will have me as a resource, and you will have a group of individuals that want to help you as well. So with that being said, this is effectively what I'm offering, and I'm offering one last perk as well that is also for you guys, right? Like, the way I like to see it, everyone eats. Okay, everyone eats. So if you want to make 100% passive income, and quite frankly, there's not many ways to make 100% passive income, right? Like people talk about real estate, but yeah, you have to manage the property. You have to make sure someone goes to fix the things in the property and things of that sort. This is quite literally 100% passive, and I'll show you how. When you join the OG squad, you officially become an affiliate of the squad and you receive your own promo link. So if you have a friend or family or follower in mind that wants to join the OG squad, you can effectively send them the promo link and they could buy the OG squad through you. Now what happens is that it automatically connects to my Shopify store and it pays you reoccurring 50% of the subscription price. So currently the subscription is $14.70. You'd make $7.35 a month as long as they stay subscribed. So sure, this isn't life-changing money, but guys, once again, completely passive. You just send them the link. And the way I like to think about it, it's, 5 referrals is $40 a month. That's a couple of free Chipotle meals a month. Starts to add up. You get 15 people, you could almost pay for most of your groceries every other week. So the point I'm trying to get to is that I'm constantly thinking of ways to provide value. This is probably month 9 of the OG squad. And from where we started to where we're at now is completely day and night. And I really just wanted to take the time to thank you to watch this full video. I really appreciate you. If you want to join, go via the link that your friend sends over to you for the OG squad. And once again, if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. And I promise you, this will be worthwhile. See you on the other side. Peace.